Hi everyone, and welcome to my do-it-yourself jewelry organizer. This is kind of what I'm stuck with right now. This is literally in my walk-in by my front door because this used to hang on my curtain rod and it ripped out of the wall because it was so heavy. So it's all just kind of clunked together all together. Can't really see what I have. It's just a hot mess. And I tend to not use them as much because it's such a pain in the butt to get one down. Super heavy, not a good setup. Time to fix it. This is over on my counter. It's a little cup of stuff that I want to wear, or it's my newer stuff. So here we are in my drawer. This is my bracelets and my earrings and my rings and little studs on the bottom. You're going to need a cork board. Mine is from IKEA, pretty cheap. I decided to go one with hanging brackets instead of the wired attachments because it will sustain more weight. You're going to need a measuring tape, scissors and or a craft knife, and a pencil eraser and a ruler, and a paper plate, some paint, some tape, and a brush of some type, and a clear finish if you want to, plastic bag or wrap, ribbon, and some thumbtacks. Mine are clear just because that's how I roll. The tape is going to be the thickness of the chevron if you want to do a chevron, which is totally optional, or just lines. I don't know, you can do any design. And you're going to obviously need the frames on the side if you want to do that. That's also optional. Obviously you're going to have to attach these eventually, so you're going to need glue gun, a hammer and short nails, or we use the air nailer. I'm going to go one step more. This is also optional. I'm using 2 towel bars and 4 bags of these shower curtains with double hooks on the bottom so I can put 2 necklaces. I'm going to paint my frame. This is going to take 3 coats, and I put it on some paper plates. If you think you're going to be spilly or you have carpet, make sure you put down newspaper or fabric. Put the rest of your paint in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't dry out during coats. Okay, for the tricky part for the chevron, you're going to make a line in the middle from top to bottom and a line from side to side also in the middle so that your board divides into 4. Then each of those 4 rectangles, you're going to do the same thing, also dividing it into 4. Your board is going to look like this. Decide which way you want to use your board. I want mine lengthwise. Then you are going to apply the tape from one corner to the top, from the top down to the corner, until you have your zigzag pattern. Clean up all of your zigzag tape stuff here with scissors or with your knife. Just be careful not to go too deep with your knife because you will score your cork board and it can peel off. As you can see, I have an adult helping me here because I am dangerous. If you are one of those people, also find a handy person to help you out. Don't hurt yourself, please. Then I go and attach all of my tape down to make sure that my paint won't seep underneath. And then I am going to go ahead and paint this all. So obviously the size of your painter's tape is going to decide how large the space is going to be for your lines or your chevron pattern. Also try and pick neutral colors. You're going to have a lot going on with all your jewelry on there. So large pattern, neutral colors. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. It is Saturday morning. 2 coats is all it took to cover this bad boy. Wait till it's dry, peel off your tape. I did get a couple craters where the tape peeled it off, but you're not going to notice that once your board is done and covered with jewelry. Take off the lines with an eraser. So my handy helper put the frame on with an air nailer, and here I'm going to show you the nail hole. I did paint those up, and then I covered it with Crayon Color Master clear spray paint, and it stunk for a whole week. Boo! So here I have this all laid out on my bed. I kind of have a rough idea how I want to lay this out. Here we have my earrings, and I just put all of my earrings just with the backs and just push them right into the board, so that's so easy. For the shepherd hook earrings, I did use a thumbtack as well as on my rings and other bracelets. I'm really sorry I did have some footage of us putting this up, but it won't work. So what we did is we took the lowest bar with the longest necklace and we measured from there how far we want it from the second bar. Then the second bar had my longest medium necklace, and that's how we figured out the spacing. And then we just positioned the cork board above it. We actually put the bracket for the corkboard on a stud and followed that stud down and put in the towel bars so that everything is actually partially supported by it and that it won't rip out of the wall like last time, because as you can see there is some weight on my board. Then we are here on my bracelets, and you can see that I also just use a thumbtack to push those in. For stackable bracelets that could be a challenge, so I made a loop out of ribbon and I just slid the whole stack on there. Instead of undoing the pretty little ribbon or the bow, you can just unhook the loop, take off your stack, and you're on the way. And to put it back, it's just the reverse of that. Slide it on the loop and hook it back. For other bracelets that are not a perfect sphere, I made the same idea, so I can just slide them in and out. Pretty easy and oh so pretty. This project was actually pretty easy to do. It is just a little bit time consuming. Do it right the first time. This is going to last me years and years, and I just love looking at it. If you get sick of the way that your board is or the colors that you chose, in a couple years I can just paint over this and freshen it up and I will still be able to use it. This is kind of my fun side. This is where I can put my new jewelry or something that I've been meaning to wear, or if you want to get your outfit ready the day before because you don't want to waste a bunch of time like I so often do. You can lay out a necklace or earrings or bracelet or ring, whatever you want. It's your board. You can see on the bottom here I hit a couple tacks so I can easily move things around. So there are my shower hooks. As you can see, I only used half of each one, so I can actually double up on all of those, which is pretty exciting. I was thinking of adding another pack, but I like the fact that they're not too tight together. So these are my medium length chains. It starts with the thinner ones and then my chunkier ones so they don't get all messed up and lost in the mix, and then my medium to long ones, and I just love it. I hope you guys are inspired by this do-it-yourself project, and I hope you make one for yourself. I love this. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Mwah.